Good morning, everyone. I'm Lieutenant Ray Spencer. I'm the Homicide Lieutenant with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. I'm out here this morning to brief you on a homicide investigation that we are conducting on Interstate 15, southbound at Flamingo. The details that I have right now are very preliminary, but at around 20 minutes after midnight this morning, the Nevada Highway Patrol responded to a car accident directly behind me. Troopers arrived and they found a female in her late 30s who originally appeared to have died from a car accident. During that initial investigation, the fire department arrived. The victim was deceased at scene. She was covered with a sheet by the fire department, and the NHP began their investigation. Over the course of that investigation, when the coroner arrived on scene at around 4 o'clock in the morning and began to examine the body, the coroner discovered that the victim, who is again a female in her late 30s, had a gunshot wound to her head. At that point, homicide detectives were contacted, and we have taken over as the primary investigative unit for this call. What we've learned is that the car was traveling southbound on I-15. We are looking and we're urging any witnesses who were driving down I-15 between 10 minutes after and 20 minutes after midnight who may have noticed the blue Nissan Versa directly behind me in any kind of altercation with another vehicle. The driver that struck the vehicle told us that he was traveling southbound on I-15 when the blue Nissan Versa came out of nowhere and basically he T-boned the Nissan. We still do not know exactly where the Nissan came from. We're trying to determine if the Nissan was on the side of the road or if the Nissan was on the off-ramp getting off at Flamingo and then traveled through the dirt. Nobody has been able to answer that question for us at this point. We have detectives on scene that are canvassing all the area casinos looking for surveillance video that may capture this, and it's possible that the incident occurred farther northbound up the freeway and then she just ended up crashing here after being shot. So that's what we're still trying to determine. But again, just a quick recap, the initial car accident occurs, Highway Patrol investigates it and discovers that she is the victim of a homicide after suffering a gunshot wound. So anybody who has any information, I urge you to reach out to Crime Stoppers. You can do that anonymously. There's reward money available, or you can also reach out at homicide@lvmpd.com. So with that, I will take a few questions. Glenn.
So you have two vehicles involved?
Yes.
The victim's in the Nissan?
Yes, the victim is in the Nissan. So the Charger is traveling southbound on the freeway when, according to the driver of the Charger, the Nissan comes out of nowhere. He does not know where the Nissan comes from. It basically is driving across the freeway. So that's what we're trying to determine. That's when the investigation focused to the off-ramp, and we're now thinking that the driver possibly went through the dirt driving eastbound in the southbound travel lanes.
Do you think that the victim was the driver or a passenger?
The victim is the driver of the vehicle. Yes, we know that for a fact.
I assume it requires speculation, but you think this could be road rage, or there was no one else in the vehicle, or do you know?
There was nobody else in the vehicle with the victim. We do know that. What we're trying to determine is what led up to the shooting. What we're believing at this point, and it is speculation, that it's going to probably be a road rage type incident. That's why we're asking anybody who has any information, who may have seen an altercation between the victim vehicle and another vehicle that led up to the shooting. That's where we're asking for help at this point.
Was there any weapons found in the Nissan?
No, there are no weapons inside the vehicle.
And what injuries did the driver sustain from the Charger? The driver of the Charger was transported to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
And there was no weapon found in the Charger?
No, we're confident that the Charger is not related. So we do have a few witnesses that we have talked with that basically corroborated that the vehicle was the Nissan was traveling, basically gets T-boned in the middle of the freeway. But as you think about it, if you're driving down the freeway, no one's really looking in the dirt area and can't tell us where the car came from. So that's what we're trying to determine at this point. We know the victim got off of work at a downtown area casino and appears to have been heading home. So that's what we're still trying to figure out.
How long are you guys planning to keep the freeway closed?
it would have been open by now, except for the fact that now it's turned into a homicide investigation. NHP has documented most of this scene, so a good 75% of the work that we would normally do has already been done. So we are going to try to get this freeway open as quickly as possible. I can't imagine the freeway being closed any more than 90 more minutes.
Do you have any messages for just Las Vegas drivers in general? Don't be so aggressive. You never know, you may have a gun or whatever it is. You know, drive first. How would you like to do it?
Well, I give, like I said, and we are speculating. It is the speculation that we're going with right now that is potentially a road rage incident. But again, any type of incident where you're involved in road rage, I urge one party to just drive a different direction. That's the best way to separate yourself, give yourself time to calm down, and relax so it doesn't come to a situation where somebody uses deadly force against another. All right, thank you guys, appreciate it.